Good morning, monkeys. Welcome to another episode of RCT Classic here on Coaster Monkey Studios. So we got a pretty good episode for you today. We're going to focus on doing out some theming for our new area. As you know, we released in the last episode, we were going to be doing a Jurassic rainforest-esque theming. And that's what you're seeing here. Started off with a nice little pond in that cove we had just inside of the Splash Boats building there, alongside the exit ramp from the Velocicoaster. And yeah, it looks pretty awesome already. I mean, I'm looking at this and going, wow, okay. I see it. I see where we're going here. You know, and that's what it is. Once you throw the rides in, you know what, that's all fine and dandy. And then when you start to get the theming in there and get all of that construction, and you really get to see the vision and kind of what you're looking to create. As you can see here, I've taken the fencing that was in this theming and I alternated the lengths there to give it more of like a rugged feel outside of that Brontosaurus paddock there. And then I'm just doing some coverings for our walkway here. Wherever it goes underneath the coaster directly, I'm doing a little bit of theming there and buildings a little bit more futuristic feeling, and with the windows all facing in towards the paddock, right? Because we want our guests to see what's going on there, right? Get them excited about those dinosaurs before they ride the ride. But yeah, so we're building this out here, doing a couple diagonal pieces. We've got, you know, our windowed pieces there. And again, this is all with the intention of not only elevating that excitement factor, but protecting our guests from the coaster above, right? We don't want them to get hit with anybody's flying cell phones or sunglasses or GoPros, or like in the case of Universal Studios Orlando, a pair of shoes or flip-flops. Who goes on a floorless coaster with flip-flops? Never in my life. Anyway, I digress. So we're looking here at this now, and again, we're gonna do a lot of theming. There's gonna be a lot of fencing going up. Again, to give you as much ideas as you can to help really elevate your overall park. All right, so here I'm trying to figure out like what direction I want to go now. And, you know, the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Let me just fence out all this first, right? Get a really clear perimeter for my guests where the no entry footprint, you know, exists. And then I'll build out my buildings around that and my theming around that, which is kind of where I'm at now. At this point, this video is officially up to date with where I am with the park, which is pretty good, I must say. I got to be honest with you, the past couple days I've not had a lot of inspiration, and I woke up this morning and my brain is buzzing. You know, you need to take a step away sometimes, right? Walk away from your project and breathe, and then you can jump back in. And I'll be honest with you, each one of these videos is about an hour. No, it's about maybe 2 hours of gameplay, I would say, on average. Maybe longer, actually, because it's sped up 0.4 or 4 times. So you figure if it's, you know, 20 minutes, multiply that by 4. And I've got 20 videos. This is video number 20. Woohoo! Right? So we've got a lot of video of gameplay for you guys to watch if you're interested in going back into the beginning of the series. You know, it starts off a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. It was my first YouTube series ever with a video game and doing a gaming series, but here I am now, kind of comfortable. I think I've found my niche. Anyway, back to the video. So here we are building out just another lagoon here. We're gonna throw in some more Brachiosaurus or Brontosaurus or whatever dinosaur we feel is necessary. And oh no, I'm sorry, this is the Tyrannosaurus paddock. Right, how cool is that? right? We wanted to have that near miss element as well. Threw in a couple stegos on this side of the lake here. And if I remember correctly, I think I only put Tyrannosaurs, the Tyrannosaur paddock, just at the entryway of the boats as they're going into the building, and then in the very top part of the building, because that's where they quote-unquote escaped. Hey, look at that. It looks so cool, super natural. And that's the whole plan, right? We want it to look natural, we want it to look as real as possible. Granted, it's a video game. But hell, why not, right? And I wanted it to be more dense with the trees. So I think I'm going to go back and I'm really going to super fill in kind of what these trees look like and make it really dense. I wanted to feel like Jurassic Park, like you're on the Isles of Isla Nublar. Yeah, I'm a total Jurassic Park nerd, by the way. I saw the first movie in 1993 in the movie theater 10 times. Yes, I said it. I saw it 10 times in the theater. I was dumbfounded. It was amazing. I read the book series. I totally geeked out for like years over Jurassic Park. And then it disappeared. And then Jurassic World came around and just feels like a stupid blockbuster aimed at making money. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know. But that's me. Anyway, so we're throwing in a really quick food area. I noticed that the traffic just dipped severely in this area. So I started putting in a couple of food outlets, and again with the same type of architecture that we're doing in the rest of the area. And then I realized, oh my God, I don't have any flats in this area because I wound up taking one of the flats out. So that's what I'm going to be doing today in preparation for tomorrow's video. I'm going to be throwing some flats in. I'll be throwing in two major food outlets. They're going to be food areas to sit and eat, and hopefully this will drive some traffic back in this direction. I definitely feel like we're missing traffic here, and all of it is just, everybody is centered in the pirate area, and I can't wrap my head around why. Is it because there's so much more buildings there, there's so much more places to go, or is it because there's 3 flat rides and a coaster on top of each other? I don't know. I think I need to add more variety here. Gentle rides specifically in this area to help drive some traffic, right? Because our guests, I mean, they're not just thrill seekers, right? There's also families, and I would presume younger guests or just chickens who are afraid to ride my coasters. But yeah, so as we're building this out, I'm throwing up, our second floors. I'm giving windows all the way around on the second floor, and I want it to feel very different. I was debating on doing striped roofing, and I was like, yeah, no. Striped roofing is not going to work for me. So I wound up taking that out. But here I'm now trying to figure out, okay, what is this station building going to look like? So I wound up grabbing our souvenir stalls, and I threw them all inside here and created this cool little walkway, right? So you get off the ride and you've got these souvenir stalls set up and ready to go. You're gonna get some cool colored shirts and balloons and all this fun stuff. And then I was like, you know what? We're gonna put it inside this building, and that's gonna be our exit, right? And the only way you can get that stuff is if you go on the ride. And then I'm like, okay, I want to build up this big, massive, futuristic-esque building, right? I don't want it to feel like it's, like a Martian building, but how can we make it feel modern? So I took these wood pilings and then built out a giant cement block. And said, okay, this is going to be my quote-unquote futuristic building. I kind of like the direction that it took and what it became. If I were to go back now in hindsight, as I look at it, I'd probably rework the roofing so it'd be multi-layers and not have it all be one height all the way around. Kind of looks like an industrial processing plant. But, again, I digress. So here we are building out the front side, and this is where it gets a little tricky because we built out all of that rock work behind this building. And it gets a little daunting when I'm trying to build out the back of the building and moving some land around and trying to identify exactly what this is going to look like, right? But it does end up being a big block, and I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I hate it, but I do like what I do with the lift hill here. I don't know if I do that this episode or if I have it on film at the very end. I don't remember, but I guess we'll have to see together. Surprise! So why did I go with the gray and burgundy theming? Let's see, what do you guys think? Why'd I do it? Why'd I do it? It's pretty clear, right? Jurassic Park! Jurassic Park's entire theme. It's not gray, it's more like that taupe brown, or that sandstone brown, but really the browns in here I'm not a huge fan of. So I went with the gray. I think the gray worked really well. Again, don't know if you guys do, but I'm not changing it now at this point. All right, here's a good trick. If you're trying to build up the back of a building, you can't see it, use your see-through scenery option. Fill in as much as you can, and then go back, and once you turn it back on, you kind of see what you did, and then make adjustments from there. It makes it so much easier. Oh my goodness. And I love this thing here. This is something I do for like a 1950s diner-esque type feel. I don't know why I felt it worked for it, but I do like it and I kept it. I just realized there's a giant opening there with the back of the building, so I'm going to have to fill that in as well. All right, now we got some tree work going in. Trees, yay! Hopefully this isn't the next 6 minutes of your video. But yeah, we do put some trees in here. And this is where I start looking around, okay, how do I want this to build out? Oh, this is really cool. You're going to love that. So in my head, because, you know, that's where all my ideas come from. Hopefully yours do too. Not my head, but yours. You know what I mean. I was thinking that, you know, maybe our Velocicoaster isn't a Velocicoaster. We've got all of these meteors all around, right? What if it's like, what if we name it like Impact or like, you know, Crash Down or something to that effect, right? I'm on the fence. I don't know exactly what direction I'm going to bring it yet, but it's definitely going to have something to do with a meteor crash into Earth. And this is where like it grazed the Earth, right? And all of the rockwork got pushed up and out. And you see the red rockwork there. That's all, you know, where it burned and lit up the Earth. And I think it's a pretty cool idea. I like the way it came out in the end. I really thought it was super fun. But yeah, and again, it goes with the curvature of the track, right? You've got the curvature of the track, you've got the curvature of the river boats on the inside, right? And this is that last scene that your boat ride has before it goes into the building, right? So it's going inside of this massive meteor strike. And maybe, you know, if we continue the story or create the story, this is where the chaos starts. Like the meteor crashes down, and now you've got the rockwork like all the way around, and you're going through the boats, and then the meteor creates the chaos, and now all the dinosaurs get loose, and you know, use your imagination, have fun with it. How great does that look? It looks like jagged, rough rock all the way around. Super cool. All right, and here we are doing the lift hill now for our riverboat ride here. And I'm thinking, yeah, no, I totally do. So I build out a floor here, and then I build on top of the floor. And you can see it's a little, again, you can't see, right? You've got that lack of depth perception that this game creates. So you don't know where you're placing things or if you're able to place things in certain areas. And that's one of the biggest challenges you have in this game. And that's where a lot of these tools that they give you help, but you're still hindered a lot by the, old 2D dimension of the game. Here's another good trick I like too. If I'm trying to build out like a massive even layer and I have uneven areas around, I just pile up all my base blocks on top of each other, creates a nice wall and ceiling, and creates a solid brick building. So that's what I wanted, just super block. That was the intention from the exterior. Who knows, maybe there's like video screens playing on the inside, lights, smoke, who knows. And again, the rest of this now, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just kind of throwing our dinosaurs out there. I did create different paddocks, and I cut this part of the video out, but I put up fencing all the way around all this area here and created different paddocks, right? So we've got our stegos and our triceratops in one paddock. We've got our brachiosaurs in another paddock, and we've got our, what looks like tyrannosaur and I forget what the other one's called, plesiosaur? Maybe you guys know. If you know, comment below. What is it? Plesiosaur, Plachiosaurus? I'm not sure. But yeah, so building this out, here's a quick way to get rid of, your things underneath, using the bushes and hiding the moved earth around it. And again, this just makes it so much easier for you to give a nice cohesive story. Here we've got some brachiosaurs eating trees, as we did in Jurassic Park, because, this is inspired by Jurassic Park the ride. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Anyway. Yes, now we're throwing more trees. I definitely think I want to put more trees in. I don't think there's enough. I don't want to completely cover it over, so you can't see really what's going on. But yeah, there you go. There's kind of an overall of the area. 9.17, that's what our coaster rating is right there. That's pretty major. And we did that all by this theming, right? Pretty cool. So here we are at the end of the video. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Coaster Monkey Studios. Thanks so much, guys, for joining, and catch you guys tomorrow.